Hello everyone, this is the video guide for grade 3 topic 18. You can find this at G03T18.cm on the whiteboard, and the name of the topic is What's Your Job? So let's just jump right in. We're going to be going through different careers and jobs in this one. Okay, so first one is niece. Remember, this comes from the story. Nephew, hairdresser, banker, baker, and food scientist. Okay, so after you've gone through that, we're going to move into a game called Snap. So just off to the side there are instructions, which I'll pull in here, but I'll explain it. So all around the side of this slide are different images. There's the hairdresser, the baker, the food scientist, and the banker. And then on the opposite side, there are images of the same jobs, except these are like real life images. So you have both. So what you're going to do is you're going to pull them in one by one, just around the table like this. You're going to keep doing that until there is a matching graphic image and real one. So for example, here's the two hairdressers. So we have the hairdresser graphic and the hairdresser real one. Now, as soon as that happens, the students need to yell out, well, the game's called Snap. So what they can do is they can yell out Snap, or they can snap their fingers, or they can clap their hands, or they can bang the table. That part's up to you. You want to tell them what they're going to be doing before they actually start. So work out some kind of gesture or sound or word that they have to say in order to signify that they've seen the pair. Now, when they have seen that, they have to tell you what the profession is, because this is a vocab reinforcement activity. So they have to tell you what the profession is that is matched up. And if they can do that, then they will get a point. Now that could be a point for individual students or a point for a team. Depends how many students you have, of course, and how you want to divide them up. So just as an example, you're going to be pulling images in one by one. So there we have banker, and hairdresser, and food scientist, and baker, and then banker. Okay, so now we have the graphic banker and the real one. So students need to do whatever you've asked them to do. Let's say snap. So someone has to go snap. And if they say that, you will address that student and say, okay, well, what job is this? And if they can tell you banker is the one that matched up, they'll get the point. All right, so just play that until you've gone through each of the vocab items at least once or twice, and just make sure the students are familiar with those before we move on, because they're going to need to retain the names of those jobs as we go. So then we have just this little Q&A here. What's your job? I'm a. So just practice that a few times with the students, model it, get them used to it. Of course, they can ask you, and you can say, I'm a teacher. So that's a good way to practice that. And then we just move right into this activity. So for this one, you're going to assign two students. Once again, there's instructions just off to the side that you can read. You're going to assign a student A and a student B. I think when they're on opposite sides of the table, this works well, but they can be anywhere. So you have a student A and a student B. Student A is going to ask student B, what's your job? And then after student A asks that, you're going to pull the question mark away, and student B will see this and answer it. So he's going to say, I'm a hairdresser. So once again, student A says, what's your job? And student B says, I'm a food scientist. All right, so you can keep selecting different students until each student has had a turn. So there's 12 of these, so definitely each student should get a chance to ask or answer, but hopefully both. All right, and then we're going to play a game, another activity actually. So here you're going to divide the students into 2 teams or 4 teams, but definitely you'll need an even number of teams. So on a team's turn, they choose one of these items. They're all previous vocab items from BC3. And then you're going to ask either the team or the individual student. Once again, this depends how many students you have. If you have just 4 students or 2 students, you can easily just have them play alone, but you'll probably have more, so you want them in teams. So once a team, let's say, say they choose watch or silver watch, you're going to ask them, how do we do this here? Okay, so you're going to ask them, can she cut my hair? All right, and then you'll pull the watch away, and we see a hairdresser. So of course, the students are going to ask you, can she cut my hair? Because we're getting them to practice asking the question. And then you're going to pull away the item that they've chosen, and you're just going to answer yes she can or no she can't. So if we look at all of these, there are going to be 3 yes she cans and 1 no she can't. So if when you reveal it, the team has chosen a yes slide or a yes image, that team's going to get 2 points. If they've chosen the 1 no image, then they're going to get -2 points. So once again though, the instructions are just off to the side. You can read it as well as the point system down here. So if we go to the next one, you can say like, okay, team A, which one do you want? Let's say they say police car. Okay, first, before you reveal, the students will ask you, can she cut my hair? And then you'll pull this away. Yes, she can. 2 points for that team. Next team goes, pull that away. Yes, she can. 2 points for that team. Next team goes, okay, well, they got the police officer, so no, she can't. So they're going to get -2. And you just keep playing like that. Same question for a little while, and then we go to, can he help me find a snack? And so we have people who prepare food or work in groceries, and then we have a construction worker. So once again, we have 3 yeses and 1 no. All right, so you can play that for a number of rounds and then count up the points for each team or each individual at the end and just see who has the most. And then a few extra questions, which I just have here tucked at the end, that are also target questions in this level, or so this topic, is does he make nuts and bolts? What's a banker? What's a bank? What's a food scientist? All right, so you can go over those if you have time. It's a good little bit of reading practice for the students as well. All right, so hope everyone has a nice time with this lesson, and I'll see you later.